I've had a lot of people tell me that I should run for political office, and I know that a lot of the things that I say resonates with a lot of people in Ontario, and I also know that the Ontario NDP and the Ontario Liberals watch my content on TikTok and on Twitter. So here is my free advice to the Ontario NDP and the Ontario Liberals. Y'all suck at marketing right now. In a lot of my videos recently, I have been saying that Doug Ford can't govern, and when I say those words, I see a massive spike in my timestamp analytics. This is messaging that resonates with people. You know what else resonates with people, both liberals and conservatives? Reminding them of the fact that the only reason that we have a carbon tax in Ontario is because of Doug Ford. It is literally Doug Ford's carbon tax. Use those words. We used to have a cap and trade system. It was a system that didn't put a tax on citizens and instead incentivizes businesses to be more sustainable. This is a great thing. It is very easy to explain. And it's even more easy to explain that this is Doug Ford's carbon tax. We didn't have a carbon tax before Doug Ford. We only have one because he chose to implement one. Recently, the Ontario Liberals came out with a new housing plan. It's very anti-NIMBY. I think that kind of stuff works. We can frame a lot of things around fixing the Conservatives' mess. For example, the 413 highway won't save you time. You know what will? Taking trucks off of the 401 and putting them on the 407. Let's fix Doug Ford and Mike Harris's 20-year-old mess. I'm just using your policies and rewording them. I'm really not a fan of the catchy slogans thing because I think that it belittles the intelligence of Ontario citizens, but at the same time, we need concise messaging. But I know that for the most part, a lot of people in these parties at the higher levels don't want to hear what I have to say because they don't trust people like me. It took these politicians years, maybe decades, to get to the point where they are now. And they don't want to give up their power to somebody else and follow somebody else's idea and messaging. They think that what they have is going to win. But millennials are the biggest voting bloc, and the majority of people who watch my content are millennial women. So maybe, just maybe, I understand how to communicate with millennial women in Ontario. Just a thought.